Hi everyone, welcome back to another drawing tutorial. So today is another animal drawing. We're going to do an eagle's head. I actually think it's a bald eagle, so very simple to color. If you were coloring, it's just like white on top, maybe with a bit of brown or black down here for the body. So we're going to start in the middle. You could go higher or lower, it's not really too important, but we're going to start about here in the middle. So half of my page is here, and I'm starting just a bit higher than that, but you could go, it's not that important because it's just the head, and once you get the shape right, you should be in a good position. So we're going to start with a circle for the pupil. So we'll go here, and then this is dark inside. And you could leave, of course, a shine. Let me know, of course, in the comments any other animals you would like to see in the future, because I do enjoy doing the animal ones. I know people are used to mostly seeing anime or comic book style drawings on this, but the animal ones are kind of fun as well. So he has he's looking, eagles have that real serious sort of frown sort of look on their face. So we're going to start with a curved line like this, just above that eye, and then this will curve around this way towards the back of the head, and then the front will come down this direction down here. And this will go over his iris. So his iris goes around the eye here. Try and make it as round as we can. And then it's real dark around the eye, so it goes all around again. Comes up around to a point and comes back into here. You fill that in dark. So then around the eye we have sort of lines for feathers. So it's sort of hairy kind of lines. So one coming down here. So you're just like little dashes following around the eye. It's kind of like shapes for eyelids, but they're sort of feathery. So one comes around there. And then there's another one just up here. Comes around like this. And then this is going to travel down around the eye as well. So we'll go down, following this shape for the eye, and then it'll come up around to here. So we'll go just little dashes all the way around, making it nice and hairy, feathery, should I say? It's not hair. And then we have just another little layer just down around here. Comes down and it joins sort of this frown line just back up here. So coming up, starts to travel up this direction, gets kind of pointy up here, and then it'll come back towards his eyebrow just there. There's some on top too, just a few. Coming around, maybe a bit longer here. Kind of like that. So then we have the top of the eagle's head. So it's real long, comes down all the way down to sort of the feathery white section down here. So what we'll do is we'll start with the top. So it's just here. So it curves this direction. Right? So it goes all the way home, and it bumps. It kind of becomes feathery then down here. The big hook, the eye and the beak comes off here. So we'll keep this going right down to the beak. So this comes across and it bumps down. That part's important because it's the eye on the other side. So it curves and then bumps down. And then it comes out this way and we have a smaller bump. This is where the beak starts. So then our beak will curve this way. So you get a sense now of the size of the head. This comes down to a point and then comes back in. So we're doing the top portion of the beak. So the beak is his mouth, so he's got a top lip and a bottom lip. And this is the top one, the sharp pointy one. So this is going to curve there and come up this way. Right? Then the bottom lip, so to speak, comes this direction. In around and goes real far this way, and eventually it kind of becomes feathery because it goes in under feathers, joins his head. Now, so that's the bottom of that. So we can do where they join. So this one curves this way, comes up just underneath his eye, just here. And there's a little bit of feather just here too, and along the top, just here as well. There's another line just under that to show sort of a fold of the lip, I guess, of the beak. I'm calling it a lip just to describe it better, because that's kind of what it is, but they're just a lip for birds. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Good job. So we have two. So we have the bottom of it, the ridge, and then the top of the beak just here. And we have a little line just there, and this is kind of feathery. Just little dashes and things like that. So then we have the inside of this part of the beak. So it follows sort of the inside of this line here, curves up, comes back up this direction. And then we have the nostril. So it's on top, just right here, across from the eye. So it lines up right with the eye. So it's just here, if you drew a straight line across. So we do here, kind of diagonal down this way, and then back up, and of course all in there is dark. Then he has this top portion of his beak, comes down here, comes across the top of that nostril, comes around the back of it, goes up this direction, and then comes up to his forehead, and then back down here. And this is kind of feathery on the edge. It has a certain sort of ridge to it, bumpy texture. And we have some lines that come down around that nostril there. Kind of like that, just to show that it's kind of raised up off his beak. Here's another line just around his beak, just here. Coming around, kind of disappears there. Then we can add a few more just sort of texture hairlines just in the center, just here at the eye. So it's just like real hairy. Feathery, should I say? Keep saying hairy. Just in there at the eye. You can keep going for as long as you want with that. Add as much as you'd like. Some down going this direction, maybe some more coming up the back of his head. I'll stop there. And now we'll add his chin, just coming down here. comes down from the bottom of the beak, curves around this way, gets all feathery down here. And this is feathery too. And there's some feather lines just on the bottom of this as well. Just going to make this section just a little bit darker, just so we can see that it's in shade, you know. And then this comes out towards his body, just this way, and this is all feathery. So like the various feather lines. So they have lines down the middle of them because they're feathers. So it just comes across the bottom here. So very zigzag lines. Some of them will have these lines in the middle, and some lines on the sides if you wanted to give it more detail. Then you could add those sort of diagonal lines on the feathers. You don't have to do this part if you didn't want to. You could leave it sort of like it is over here, or you could sort of make them a bit more feathery as you go. A couple more lines maybe coming in this way towards his head, and some coming down here. And then you could go off for the body that way, and maybe come down this direction so the head is turned this way and the body is turning, going behind. And let's see, that is the basic idea, how to draw a bald eagle. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.